probably been riding along these streets for most of your life. Pretty soon, you're going to be able to drive along these streets. But where do you think all these streets came from? Huh? There's no magical street fairies that just came in here and waved their magical wand and all the expressways and roadways magically appeared. No. Every street, road, and expressway that was ever made was built by a construction crew. And today, they're still doing their job, maintaining the roads that they have. It's a dirty job. It's a tough job. And if people like you don't know how to drive in construction zones, it's a dangerous one too.
More than 40,000 people are injured in construction zones every year due to accidents involving automobiles. Many of those accidents are caused by drivers who just don't pay enough attention as they're driving through the construction zones, even though there's plenty of warnings there for you to be aware of. A wide variety of traffic control devices are used in construction zones just to keep things safe, like signs, cones, drums, barricades, and a variety of other gizmos and doodads, all with the same purpose in mind, making sure you keep driving on the safe part of the road, and preferably not over, through, or on top of any construction equipment, or vehicles, or people. This guy is called a flagger. His job is to direct the flow of traffic safely through a construction zone, quickly and efficiently. If you see one of these guys, you want to pay close attention to them, even if they're directing you to drive through areas not normally intended for traffic, or if their directions are in conflict with the traffic signs and signals in the area. In the construction zone, this guy's word is law, so go ahead and just do what he says. You can normally pick these guys out of a crowd pretty easily because they'll be wearing an orange vest, and they often will be carrying a small stop sign paddle, or surprise, a flag. Hence the name, Flagger. Get it?
Have you noticed a common theme with all these construction signs and signals? Yep, the color scheme. If you come up to any orange on any road sign, you can be pretty much assured that you'll be coming up to a construction zone. In fact, construction crew are required by law to set up an advance warning area well in advance to the construction zone. Of course, the construction signs might have been blown down or obstructed, so even if you don't see one in advance, be out on the lookout in case you do come up to a construction zone.
When you see a sign like this construction sign, you want to be ready to slow down. Speed limits in construction zones are often quite a bit lower than normal for safety reasons, and you want to be ready to react when you come up upon them. You'll know when you've reached an area where the speed limit has been temporarily changed due to construction because you'll see a sign like this one. This orange speed limit sign means that the speed limit in the area has been temporarily lowered for the safety of both you and the construction workers in the area. You'll usually see another sign at the end of the construction zone alerting you when the speed limit goes back to normal. But until you see that sign, or are well past the construction zone, be sure and slow down to the currently posted construction zone speed limit. Not only will that lowered speed limit help keep you safe, but it's also important to note that traffic violations are doubled in construction zones. In some states, a speeding ticket through a construction zone can carry a fine of up to $1,000.
Of course, people and signs aren't the only thing that you're going to see around construction zones. None of these roads are going to get built without some serious hardware. And that means construction vehicles.
Naturally, you're going to see a lot of construction vehicles around construction zones. It's important to remember that they handle a lot differently than your normal everyday car. So if you happen to be driving near one of these big boys, you'll want to be careful. Always give construction vehicles plenty of space and never tailgate construction equipment. Because they're so large, they often have extremely large blind spots. If you drive too close to their rear or to their sides, the driver might not be able to see you. And since they're a lot bigger than you definitely want them to see you. Also, if you look in your rearview mirror and happen to notice a construction vehicle following you, be sure to allow yourself plenty of extra space for braking gradually. And be sure to communicate your intentions to stop with your rear brake lights well in advance. Construction vehicles, especially those that might be carrying a heavy load, have much longer braking distance than normal passenger vehicles. If you stop suddenly in front of them, they may not be able to stop in time themselves.
As you can see, there's a lot to remember when you're driving through construction zones. It's also important to mention, because heavy traffic can cause problems with the traffic flow, a lot of construction crews will choose to do their work at night, That's good because there'll be less traffic during the daytime. But it's more dangerous at night. Since it's so dark, the risk to these guys can be seriously increased during the night jobs due to low visibility and drivers' tendencies at night. So do them a favor. Be on your toes, okay?
By staying alert, driving slowly through construction zones, and obeying all construction signs and flaggers in construction areas, you can help to make sure that these guys keep doing their jobs well. Which means more roads for you. It's probably a good thing, too. Magical street fairies look terrible in orange.